Grand Rising, wonderful souls, and welcome to Bronwen's Cove Tarot. This is a timeless collective reading on what is coming forward. If you are a new face, welcome in, my lovelies, and if you're an old face, welcome in. It's nice to see you again. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, and your subscribes. Thank you for your donations; they are always truly appreciated. And thank you for your emails of confirmation, sharing stories, and booking readings. My readings are open. There is a 48 to 72 hour turnaround time for my readings, 2 to 3 days. But if you need something a little bit speedier, I do offer an emergency service which goes out within 12 to 24 hours. Okay, with that being said, there is still someone going through the comment sections here and there pretending to be moi, pretending to be a friend, pretending to earn 37,000 in cryptocurrency. The whole thread is a scam. If you get any message from me that does not have a highlighted black banner behind my name, it's not me you're talking to. Please just block and report them kindly, and thank you. With that being said, the energy that I pick up on is timeless and fluid, meaning I can be picking up on past, present, future, and sometimes an amalgamation of all three. So take what resonates and leave the rest. If I say he, she, masculine, feminine, male or female, please remember we all hold these energies, meaning this reading could be for you. It could pertain to the person you're thinking of, another light one, divine counterpart, or someone completely different. So please do not make the story fit if it does not, okay? And if there are no messages in here that resonate for you, please have a look at some of my other readings. If they do not resonate, either the messages are not for you at this time, or you may benefit from a personal reading. All of my information is in the description box down below. Now let's get into this. I did a little bit of automatic writing before starting this reading just to see what came out, okay? And let's have a look at what I wrote down. It says on here, the first tower has instructions, and what I got from that was the first ever tower that you've had, the biggest the major event in your life, be that last year or 20 years ago. It says here, the first tower has instructions. Have you been guilty of doing the same to others? And then, shall I read this? No, I've been told just to continue so we can go as we go along, because I kept getting she. Now you've got to remember that when you hear the word she, it can pertain to a woman, or it can pertain to the energy, the feminine energy that we hold, irrespective of gender. So the first tower is important. The first tower that you ever had has instructions on how to navigate the tower that you may be going through now. And there's also that question of, have any of your actions in the past, have they in any way had a knock-on effect that created a tower for somebody else? Okay, because again, the question that the words that came out were the first tower has instructions. Have you been guilty of doing the same to others? Okay, you've got air, and that's Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. So this is talking about friendships. Something to do with talking to a friend or someone within your circle about fairness, justice, and I heard closure or lack thereof. So you've got summer in reverse, you've got moon, and you've also got balance, okay? And then you've got air underneath. So someone here from the past wants some closure. They want to talk about something that will bring them in balance. Now with the moon, this is also to do with your intuition. It can be Cancer, which is, you know, connected to your emotions. Is there something that wasn't said? Okay, because it's summer's gone past. It's not this summer, it's a summer past. Okay, can I read the rest? The rest of it on here says, you cut them off and didn't say why. Bad friend. This person deserves closure. They lent on you because you allowed it. They knew better. Lines were blurred. Okay, lines were blurred. So this could be a friendship. This could be a relationship, it could be romance, it could be work colleague. You've got to take it as it resonates. However, this is about talking some sort of truth, okay? Look at that, and you've got cleansing and water coming out, okay? Water to do with our emotions. There's something that needs to be said, spoken, and if it's not to that person, because if you look back and you look back at, you know, the first tower that you had, was this person part of it? Or did this person end up having their own tower because of yours? Okay, there's someone at the door. Of course there is. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Okay, excuse me for that disruption. But there definitely is a focus on, especially with intention upside down. Someone is still talking about this. Someone from your past or the person you're thinking of, they're talking about being ghosted or just there being no communication and why that happened. But with intention upside down, this person is ruminating over this a lot. Okay, tell me more about this. Because you've got on here shadow and it's in reverse. You have ancestors and you have fulfillment upside down. Okay, now with the shadow being upside down, there's something either within yourself or within this person that's no longer in your life, or the relationship that has ended. That there's something within the recesses of your shadow that hasn't been addressed, and your ancestors are asking you to look at this, because without doing so, your cup is always going to be half full. Okay, and this is not a criticism, because sometimes we remove ourselves from certain experiences because they're toxic or they're dysfunctional, or it's just not in our highest and greatest good to be still giving that our energy to the other person. But there's something here with gaining closure. Now that can be actually communicating with that person and saying, I did what I did because of this. It's not about going and saying I'm sorry, or I forgive you. If that's not where you are and that's not what you want to do, that's absolutely fine. That's not the message that's coming through here. I heard forgiveness is key for you. There's something here with looking at parts of your shadow that connect to a past timeline with somebody here who, when they moved away from this person, it may have left them a lot of questions as to why that person's gone. And you have to remember that relationships that we have, especially with that message coming through saying she or he, they lent on you because you allowed it. They knew better, but lines blurred. I'm not saying that, because this person was leaning on you and you moving away wasn't the best thing for you at the time and didn't give you growth and strength and space to actually learn who you were and those boundaries that you needed. Because with blurred lines, this is telling me that whatever this relationship was, it was dysfunctional, and we all go through those dysfunctions in relationships because they're parts of wounds that we carry from when we're children, and that's how we view relationships, and that's why we end up in those karmic cycles. But this is saying to go back and look at that, even if it's only to visualize in your third eye, seeing that person and how you would have ended it differently with words, with saying, this is how this relationship is. This relationship is not healthy, and because of this, I'm moving away for my own mental health, well-being, physical health, whatever it is for you. Your ancestors wish you to look at this for balance. For someone here, and this will only be for a select few, you may feel a calling to reach out to that person simply for closure, simply to give them an answer for why that relationship ended. Now that will only be for specific people, so please don't put in the comment sections, I'm not doing that, because if it doesn't resonate with you, then that part of that message wasn't for you. Because you've got winter upside down, you've got summer to winter, and this is almost, this is the past. This is not present, this is the past. Now the past can be yesterday or it can be years ago, okay? But I also got the word nightingale. Now for me, nightingale has a very specific link to it, to my university days. For other people, there may be a specific message there for you, okay? Now you've got high priestess to high priest, and then you have winter. There's something here about thawing out something that was numbed or something that was blocked. And I've seen like memes and I laugh at them because it's true for specific people, including myself, is that I can love you. We can be the tightest, but I can also, if that boundary is constantly overstepped, if the respect that is equal on both sides is disrespected or disregarded over, frequently, I can easily cut you out because I love myself more than I love others. And as much as that sounds narcissistic or, being selfish, you have to prioritize yourself before you prioritize others, or you burn yourself out. And there's an energy here of whoever this person is, as much as they know their faults and they know their dysfunctions, they still lean on other people because other people allow them to, which means they don't address their shadows. But there is definitely a calling coming in from someone from the past who wants closure, or at least wants answers as to why. Why is it that you, the person you're thinking of, another light one, walked away from them? And with the high priestess on here to the high priest, this is about responsibility and accountability. Now, I am not saying that you have to go and speak to all the people that you're no longer speaking to. I'm not saying that you have to dip back into karmic cycles. This is specifically for certain people. And I heard there's 15 people here that will watch this, that will resonate with, that they need that verbal closure. And it will not only give closure to whoever this person is over here, but it will give closure to those 15 people that need that to move on to a new cycle. For others, it may be just a visualization, almost like when we connect with our wounded inner child, and how we connect with our wounded inner child by going back into memories that were painful, uncomfortable, but being there as the adult that can support your own self as a child. Now, and I heard, because growth matters. Tell me more. Why am I being shown this? Because you've also got here candles and magic. Okay. Now, this is interesting. I don't know if this person has been doing self-love spells. Yeah, this person may have done some sort of self-love spell, or some sort of stability spell, or something to bring themselves into union with balance. Because with moon being here and then the candles, whoever this person is from a past timeline, I had toxic cycles have to end. Because the other part of this automatic writing message that came through that I was told to leave to the end was: the devil wears a smoking jacket, the red tie is a dead ringer or giveaway for addictions. And then underneath it says eat clean. So I don't know who this person is from the past, but they have been affiliating with the wrong people. People that dress a certain way and place masks. It's almost like all that glitters is not gold. Okay. And I heard easily manipulated, because you've got hex here and hand fasting. Now, I want to know why that hex and hand fasting came out. Has this person tried to hex? I heard they did something out of anger. What did they do out of anger? See, look, you've got the tarot cards in reverse, and then you have got spring, because you also had union and hex. This person at some point might have tried to do a petty hex, but I'm not getting the energy of like a dark witch or somebody who's very well versed in this. This is more like somebody who has watched like movies that glorify certain spells and things like that, and witches, and I was gone, I'm going to try doing that myself, because the first thing I got was a self-love spell that they tried doing, or a balance spell, and then there's something here of them ruminating over how this relationship just ended. You know, I don't know if it was years and years of you guys being really tight and being really close, and then nothing, then just gone. And them trying to figure out why and being angry, because you've got here lither and intensification. And lither is also to do with summertime. Okay, we've got summertime over here. I don't know if there was something almost like the straw that broke the camel's back when it comes to the relationship that you may have had with this person, because I'm getting very much that this person has a fire. They might be a fire sign, and if they're not a fire sign, they're just somebody who they like the limelight. They like all focus to be on them, okay? Because I had a heart of gold. This person actually has got a good heart, but they have a lot of trauma, or they have a lot of wounds, and they cover them rather than, because especially with this cup here, they will drink the cup until it's dry, be that alcohol or whatever it is, to numb. And that makes sense why it says on here, the devil wears a smoking jacket, the red tie is a dead ringer or giveaway for addictions. For some reason I had the service industry. They may work in the service industry now, or they may have worked in the service industry when you knew them. Now, tarot cards upside down, this person doesn't really know how to guide themselves, and there may have been this energy of them leaning on you to give them guidance for a lot of things that if they just tried, they may have failed, but they would have learnt along the way and been able to give themselves guidance. And with the spring being here as well, it's almost like when you think of like a baby or like a toddler, when they're in their first kind of season, they need a lot of protection. They're vulnerable. It's almost like Bambi, you know. They have their spots on their side so their parents can see them at all times, even when they're hiding in the thicket. And it's giving me this, that this person is either a baby witch or someone who is just kind of dipping their toe into this kind of realm of manifestation and divination. But I don't know if they're getting the wrong, are they getting the wrong information or wrong guidance? Because here you've got Litha and then awakening. So this person definitely needs closure, but it's, you have to remember also the messages coming through are not saying your hand is forced, that you have to give them this closure, you have to give them this guidance, because it's not your job. It's not your job. It's only if it resonates with you, and especially if you have a specific person in mind when I'm talking about this, and there are still energies or volatile emotions when you think about this person, then your guides are encouraging you to have a look into shadow work, looking into the parts that hurt, and asking yourselves that those questions like why am I still attached, why do I still feel this energy, where do I need to gain closure? Okay, it doesn't have to be you have to contact them and you have to give them closure. That is for specific people. Okay, now you've also got on here broomstick, and clearance keeps coming out. Okay, now where would you like me to put these? You want me to put these back? Okay, but broomstick is coming out. There is something that needs to be cleansed away. Okay, because we've had water with the clearing, and then you've got broomstick with the clearance. Okay, so someone here definitely needs to look into the recesses of their own shadow aspects. And I heard especially when you have an emotion that comes up that isn't in congruence with how you've been feeling throughout the day. So for example, if you've been having a pretty chill day and all of a sudden you get anxious, all of a sudden you start getting frustrated or annoyed, there may be a cord here. This person has definitely tried to do some sort of hex. They didn't know what they were doing. And I heard they hexed themselves, but there is some sort of cord removal that needs to be done. And it's almost, I'm seeing someone with like a dustpan and brush just sweeping something away. This is, and I heard it's not major, because look, you've got witch upside down, healer, and then spring. So this person may be going down the path of looking into darker witchcraft because they don't know how to regulate their emotions. And this may be why you are being encouraged to do this cycle of closure, whether this is esoterically when you're sleeping, invoking your free will and giving full permission for your highest, you know, highest resonance light team members, your protectors, and your I am spirit, your I am, you know, your I am presence, your soul, to meet this person and remove whatever it is, to pass whatever information they need to gain closure, whether that is just doing it visually or whether that is just cord removal. There's something here with this being needed. Because you've also got sacral chakra upside down, and then you've got spring. So this person may have seen you as a sister or a brother, okay? Because I also, with the message coming out on here, it does say on here, you cut them off and didn't say why. Bad friend. They deserve closure. They lent on you because you allowed it. They knew better. Lines blurred, okay? So this person, I'm getting very much this is a friendship rather than a family member. But even though fertility came up, which is linked to our sacral chakra, which is all about family, Cancer, especially with emotions coming up, sometimes our family isn't those that are related through blood. They're what we make, okay? And with that energy of, especially for me, Nightingale, connecting me to my university years, when we're young as well, we make really fast, quick bonds with other people, okay? And again, they are friendships of circumstance. However, in those kind of like situations when you're at university or college or even high school, you still get to choose. As much as it's a friendship of circumstance, you still get to choose out of a big old bunch of people who it is you want to connect with, who you want to vibe with, who you see as a reflection of yourself. So I think this is the reason why you're being asked to look into your shadow at something, okay? Because our friendships, our friends, the people that we have around us that we trust, they do reflect back the good qualities that we see in ourselves, and sometimes the more volatile qualities that we have hidden in our shadow. And I think this is why this is coming out. Okay, what would you like me to take next? What would you like me to take? Okay, I've been told to take these, not these ones, those ones. Okay, let's have a look. You are talented and effing amazing. The world needs your power. Use your voice, just don't use it for dumb-ish. So this may have been quite a tight friendship at some point, and this is all to do with your heart space. And I think this is what your ancestors are wanting you to see. And it's not saying that you have to be friends with that person just because you had good times, but also to look at how you could have ended things differently that gain closure for yourself and for them, only if that actually resonates. Okay, anything else? What do we need to know about gaining this closure? And it says here, eat your effing vegetables is upside down. Eat some ish made by Mother Nature. Now that's really weird, because the last message that came through in that automatic writing, and I apologize for my funky handwriting, is eat clean. Eat clean. Okay. Now I do apologize for my handwriting, but when I do automatic writing, my eyes are closed. Okay. But yeah, someone here needs to change their diet, or they're being asked to change their diet, especially by their ancestors, to bring in more balance. Okay. And then you've got here, you are the best thing to ever happen to you. Go easy on your ass. Buy your own darn drink. Now, with this being to do with the sacral chakra, once again, there's something here. This person was trying to do some sort of confidence spell or love spell, and I don't know if it went wrong or it didn't work, because I heard chaos ensued, and that's when they decided to do some sort of petty hex or jinx or something along those lines towards you. I heard all the people that let me down. Now you have to remember, again, with that high priest to high priestess energy coming out, that card, as much as it says responsibility underneath there, you or the person you're thinking of are not responsible for other people's mental health. I am not a therapist in any way, shape or form, but that is just a common knowledge. It's not your job to fix other people. It's your job to heal yourself and inspire others to heal themselves with our own light. Okay, but this coming out, this is just what's being highlighted, that this person either blamed you or those around them for not healing and for people moving away from them. Now you've got on here, if you are pissed at where you are, then stop taking yourself there. Exactly. And it says on here, make better effing choices. So this person was they're trying to turn their life around, but it's almost like their third eye is completely closed, so they don't really know how to. And then you've also got here dollars, and it says make it rain. Now why did this come out? There's something here with cleansing. The more that you cleanse and heal, you're making more space for abundance to come in. Allow that ish to come to you, and it's upside down. Don't effing force it, and it's upside down. So this is letting me know that your ancestors are telling you you're on the right path of surrendering to that flow of things. But also you've got to remember that the first message that came through was, the first tower has instructions. Have you been guilty of doing the same thing to others? Now there's the question. What was the first tower that you ever had in your life? What was the big change that brought in that stressor? Be that moving home, losing a friendship, you know, finding out that your partner wasn't faithful, whatever it may be for you. There's something here with going back to that first tower and looking at things that may still be attached. Do you still have wounds from that first tower that enact out into relationships that you have that are, you know, either muddying the water or slowing down how you manifest, because it's still there? And I heard heart chakra. Okay, so you've also got effing apologize upside down, and then on this side it says seriously just do it, but it's upside down. So this person, whoever this person is, they're fully aware of their own faults. They're fully aware that they lent way too much on you or the person you're thinking of, but they did it anyway because they've done it with so many other people. And at the same time, they're going, why does everybody keep leaving me? Now, you've got to remember also, with this being upside down, this is also a confirmation that you're not being asked to go and apologize for putting yourself first. You're not. You're not being told that this, you know, for you to have closure, they have to have closure at the same time. All right, that is just an encouragement to look back into your shadow, especially to the first tower that you've ever had. How can that be linked into this person? Is this person part of the first tower for you, or are they separate? Are there any similarities in the first tower that you had and how you empowered yourself to move away from this person? And then you've got stop obsessing, and then it says you are not the effing center of the universe. Someone here is definitely this person, and that's what I mean. I did get the energy of them being very fiery, but liking this being center of attention all the time. And then it says here, what the heck are you waiting for? Get that ish done. If you're waiting for a sign, well, here it effing is. Where do you want me to put this one? Over here. If you've been feeling like there's an attachment, or your energy has changed, or you've plateaued, almost like when you're doing your healing, and when I say healing, I'm talking about different modalities, whether that is therapy or, you know, writing in a journal, visualizations, guided meditations, grounding, whatever it is that you do. For someone here, it's singing or singing bowls. If you felt like you're plateauing, it's because your guides and your ancestors are asking you to look at something very specific that is attached to one of the dimensions or layers or levels within your heart space. That's also linked into your family. Okay, so because someone here, that their very first tower is to do with their family. And I heard trauma bonding. So the friendship that you may have had may have been a trauma bonding experience that you didn't realize it was. And it wasn't until you started going through those layers of, you know, healing and going, why am I resonating with somebody who's just taking? Because it's reminding me of this XYZ family member, I need to move away. And I heard abruptly. And it says, where the F is your sense of humour, laugh. And this is also telling me that this person may have been insensitive, especially if when you were sharing certain things, or they may have made you laugh when you were down. So there may have been, for them also, like, well, where are you? How comes you've gone? Because we had such good times. But you've also got detox here. Drink a smoothie, unfriend that, there you go, look. Drink a smoothie, unfriend that a-hole, and throw some ish out. Where do you want me to put this one? And I heard for someone here, this person may have helped you with a breakup. The thing is, sometimes we just, you know what, as we spiritually evolve at different paths, we end up just not resonating with that friendship anymore. And it's not that they're a horrible person. It's not that they're, you know, it's just that they are still to have that spiritual awakening, or they are still to address something that is so apparent through their actions that it's at a slightly lower vibration than what you are. And because of that, we don't mesh anymore. How do you tell someone that, especially if you've been through some real tough times together and supported each other? How do you tell that person you're still in a karmic cycle? You're still in the same cycle you were when we first met, whereas I've healed from this, this and this. I've still got healing to do. I'm not saying I'm better than you or I'm better than X, Y or Z. Just that I've become a little bit more spiritually aware, or I've become a little bit wiser. And as our friends are a reflection of our good qualities, and sometimes they highlight the things that still need to be healed, but we choose our friends because we wish them to be almost like a mirror of ourselves. How do you then tell that person, well, you're not reflecting the same as me? Okay, it's a difficult one. All right, and it says don't talk to anyone, don't look at anyone, and it's upside down. And it says on here, you need some effing time alone, and you know why, and it's upside down. Now, placing this one over here, your ancestors are also saying, with that being upside down, don't talk to anyone, don't look at anyone, is that you did start to distance at some point. That's either you or the person you're thinking of. And this person may have picked up on this, but if they have a dysfunction in how they communicate, in how they express their feelings, and they mask that with, you know, I'm the fun time girl or guy, you know, and only want to be around when there's the highs, or find it very difficult in speaking about their own issues, then they're going to notice that you were distanced. You distance yourself. And I don't know if this person became clingy or started messaging you a lot more or started calling on you when you weren't emotionally capable of dealing with that. Okay, because look, it says you're going through some tough-ish. Everyone has their turn. Welcome to yours. gather your tired A up and handle it. Okay, placing it here, it's almost someone's ancestor here is very, not cutthroat, but they just shoot from the hip. And it's almost like them highlighting. I'm sorry if that light is shining right in the middle of my cards, but it's almost like, you know, one of your ancestors or whoever's ancestor this is being very direct in going, if you have plateaued with your healing, or if you've plateaued when it comes to how you're manifesting and how it speeds up, it's because there's certain things that they want you to look at that you may not be looking at. And at the same time, this person over here, because I heard an attention seeker, but I'm not getting like this malicious, you know, I'm going to do all of this to get their attention. This is somebody from the past that I heard has a broken heart. And I heard you cannot fix it, and that may have been why you moved away from them. But there is definitely still an energetic cord between you and them, okay? And whatever this hex energy is that came through, this person doesn't know what they're doing. And I heard it's not a Freudian slip, what was it? I heard out of frustration, and I heard I wish they'd never done it. They wish they'd never done it. Because I heard ish got worse for them. And what I will do, because I don't use these cards that regularly, is have a look. You've got the abracadabra witch, and it says the happy witch, the unhappy witch. So someone here who wished to connect in some way, because this has got a lot of animals around it, which is also, this is what I mean, the vibrations that I'm getting from this person is that they're not like evil or like, you know, malicious, nothing like that. This person is almost like a lost soul. And I have to remind folks, because I'm not condoning the fact that just because they are going through some ish, it's okay for them to throw things out towards you or the person that you're thinking of, another divine counterpart, whoever. It's not okay. I'm not condoning that. But this person, there's a need for you or the person you're thinking of to take a walk down memory lane and look at how that relationship ended. And it's not so much about what you could do differently, but it's how you gain closure on that. Okay? Tell me more about this person. Who was it that they got instruction from? Who did they get instruction from? The Ditch Witch. So they may be looking, and look, you've got the Ageless Witch. And then the Timeless Witch. This has come up before. So you've got the Ditch Witch, the Ageless Witch, and the Timeless Witch. And for some reason, Timeless is giving me TikTok. Okay? And why did I get Instagram from here? This person's been looking through like Witch Talk and things like that, and looking into the esoteric and into divination, and looking into, what I'm getting is all paths. So they're looking at dark, grey and white, and figuring out how they can use moon magic and things like that to help themselves, to heal themselves. But there's something here with them being inspired by one of them going, you could hex someone and nothing happens. Rah, 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 rah. Because look, you've got the East. The East Witch. The East is the angel that sits to your east is Archangel Raphael. And Archangel Raphael is his energy is an emerald green fire, and he holds a Caduceus, which is almost like one of those, a wand with like snakes, and the two snakes meet and are looking at each other, and they have wings. But his energy is all to do with the heart. It's heart space work, and that's why I felt like this person was doing some sort of self-love. So they may be into crystals or just learning about this. But with that being upside down, this person has blocked themselves, and they were trying to heal themselves with magic. Okay, but again, it's that kind of, I've watched things on TV, I've watched The Craft, I've watched this, I've watched that. That's how I do it. Because it says the wickedest, I can never say it, wickedest witch, and it's upside down. And then Hubble Bubble. So this person isn't. They have a hard exterior, but they're actually very lost on the inside. And you've also got here the cursing witch upside down, and then you have the eternal witch. So this person may be learning about themselves, but with the cursing witch upside down, they're not somebody. And look, the love witch. And you've also got the grant 3 wishes witch. So this is what they were trying to do. And there may have been some sort of energy of trying to get you to be their friend again. Look, hell hath no fury witch. So this person at some point definitely tried to do a hex and got all angry and stuff. And it says the happily ever after witch. For some reason, I'm getting this energy of like, what's the pettiest thing that you've ever done? You know, but witch-wise, sending it to someone else. Oh, you know, doing a hex where every single sock is not a pair, or making sure that someone's haircut always looks a slightly bit fluffy. It's that kind of energy, and you've got the new moon witch here to the brown witch. So this person is still, they're learning about themselves, they're learning, but I keep hearing it's sad really, isn't it? It's sad. This person's got a real sad energy to them, and I don't say that in a mocking way, because you've got the Page of Swords to the Queen of Cups. This person wants to reach out. They wish to, they may wish to apologise, you know that, because you've got the Queen of Cups coming out. This is about compassion. This person may be trying to figure out how to get in contact with you. Tell me more, please and thank you. Tell me more. We've got here, 8 of Cups. Yeah, they may be trying to find a way to get in contact with you because they feel quite overwhelmed with where they are in life. But I keep hearing it's not your job to heal them. It's not your job, because you've got the Hierophant in reverse. Okay, and then you've got the King of Wands in reverse. So mentally they've been blocked out, or astrally they've been blocked out, because you've got the King of Cups here to the 10 of Pentacles. There's something that came towards you that they were quite sad about, that they couldn't celebrate you, they couldn't celebrate with you about, or they felt jealous about. Okay, now what, oh, my cards have fallen out, and they had 9 of Cups has come out to the Ace of Cups. So this person may have a little bit of jealousy that you've moved on with your life, that you've healed, or that you're taking time to look at your shadow, because you've also got the Ace of Cups. This is something that they wish they could invest in. Now let's see what else wants to come out. You've got 2 of Cups to the Page of Swords in reverse. Okay, now this is also telling me that this person, especially the 2 of Cups, is about balance, and then you have over here the Page of Swords in reverse, blocking some sort of, they don't really want, they want to come forward, but it's almost like they're still in the energy or in the karmic cycle they were when you left them. So them coming forward, even if they apologise, it's because they have the intent behind that for you to then become the support system you were before, or the, you know, the good time girl or the good time guy you were before. Yeah, Knight of Wands. They want that friendship back. And I heard that they haven't done the healing. They're trying, but they haven't done the healing. Are there any other messages that need to come out before I go? You've got Queen of Wands in reverse, Magician, 6 of Swords, and 4 of Wands. This is telling me as well, with that Queen of Wands in reverse, and I place this over here, there's definitely some, excuse me, some sort of blockage here, or some sort of attachment. Because underneath it says, what the heck are you waiting for? Get that ish done. So there's procrastination. I don't know if this person's attached something and they have a lack of motivation, and that's what they're projecting. Because you've got Magician here. And then you've got the 6 of Swords. This is walking away from the resources that you have. Okay, and then you've got the 4 of Wands. This person may have issues with paying their rent on time. Okay, so they may be asking you to help them out, especially with the Magician with resources coming out. But you're being told to walk away from this. Okay, not to invest in this. But I'm going to leave it there. I really hope that gave you some confirmation and clarity on what you already intuitively knew. If you are new to my channel and this resonated for you, I'd love you to hit on the like, the subscribe, and on the notification bell so you can see more of my content. And if you are a returning subscriber, as always, thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate you. Anyone looking for a personal reading, all of my information is in the description box down below. Just go to the second paragraph down. There's a row of blue arrows pointing upwards. I have 2 emails there. With that being said, I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you later. Bye bye.